It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. And the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
What is going on, everybody? Back today. I got some Dark Souls 3 series starting up. I'm gonna jump into character customization. I'm gonna go ahead and do a mage build this time around. Don't really care too much about my character's looks as far as anything, because I mean I'm always gonna be wearing a helmet. But I decided to go with the sorcerer this time around. Go ahead and give it a try because I haven't quite figured out how to level up magic, and this is the best start to anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the sorcerer, and for burial gift I'm gonna do probably the life ring. Go ahead and see what all these say. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the life ring. Not too worried about the face appearance or anything. And that's that. Let's go ahead and jump straight into the game. Let's get this shit started. It's fucking the first thing you're gonna worry about is all the goddamn tips on how to play the game. If you've played any other games, this part's pretty much useless to you. But so far with the mage build, I've had nothing but what I wanted. This is more than what I expected out of the mage build. Between his magic and the short sword he gets, it's a pretty good character to start out with. I started out the first time with a knight, and I ran into a lot of trouble halfway through the game. And on the playthroughs I decided I'm going to start trying to get all the items to show everyone where they are, and try to give you guys a good idea about the advantages for most of the bosses and enemies. I believe there's a crystal lizard or something over here, the crystal dragon, which for some reason I thought this early on I'd be able to kill it, because they're not that hard in general. But he ended up fucking me up and taking me down for my first death. But once I get a better sword, I'll definitely come back. I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with the mechanics, although the enemies' attacks are a lot quicker than any of the other Dark Souls I've ever played before, especially Demon Souls. This is probably the most fast-paced game I've ever played besides Bloodborne. And I mean, I love every second of it. This game was definitely worth buying it the day it came out and jumping right on it. I'm definitely happy to start doing some commentary on it. But yeah, so you saw me get my ass kicked by the crystal dragon, or whatever that thing is, and this time I was kinda like, fuck it, I'm not gonna worry about him, so I'm gonna go ahead and run through this area, kill all the enemies, check around for some items, and I'm gonna run straight to the bonfire, and do the same thing over and hit the boss real quick. And I was actually surprised when I played the first boss, because it wasn't as hard as I was expecting. It wasn't the hardest boss, but it was definitely interesting to fight the boss as nothing but a sorcerer. But luckily I did use most of my magic to take him out until the end. I switched my sword because I forgot about the blue Estus that give you more magic. Because on my last playthrough, I didn't use it because I didn't use magic. I switched over an Estus flask. But I will definitely not be doing that again, especially now that I'm a sorcerer. So here's the first bonfire. And then as it is you can either kill a couple of the enemies, or you can just run through right to the boss. The enemies aren't hard, but they do end up dropping a lot of the sacred chimes for me, which is weird because they've never dropped one before, and this is the first time I've known about it. Yeah, like I said, this sorcerer I would say is probably one of the best to start out with, if you are intending to use magic later on. Even if you don't use it in the beginning, it's still something really good to use. I would almost say it's worth choosing it over a strength build or something. Mostly because now you cast the spells so quick and so accurate that you almost don't have to worry about missing, especially when you're getting invaded. All you do is just keep spamming the magic attacks, and you pretty much have the whole fight. Now, a lot of it's going to be rolling and dodging the opponent's attacks, which isn't too bad. There is occasionally a little bit of lag, and they can hit you from pretty far away. And that's the only thing I don't like so far, is how the servers lag a bit. But yeah, so here's the first boss in the cemetery. I'm not sure if this is a cemetery of ash. Yeah, you run up you pull the sword out, and the best time to attack is right when he's standing up. So as soon as he starts moving, just fucking feed him with attacks. I was lucky to get 3 in here. And then this one is a pretty easy first boss. All it is dodging. The stamina regenerates at a good rate, so you can literally barrel roll a good distance away and still be able to attack and barrel roll again. So that's my favorite. So that's my favorite thing about Dark Souls 3 so far, is how quick the stamina regenerates. But a lot of these bosses now, on Dark Souls 2 you were able to run circles around the bosses and kill them. Now a lot of the bosses have back attacks like that one, where they'll swing it around and catch you behind them. So they definitely did fix a couple things on the game, and it is a little more challenging, but if anything I like it more challenging. Yeah, so he's starting to mutate. When he mutates, I think it's almost easier if you're a sorcerer because you can keep your distance, and it's a lot easier to judge his attacks. Mostly because of that hand. The hand will either swipe at you or it'll grab towards you and pull him up towards you. And so it's pretty easy to judge his moves. On one of these spots, right before I kill him, he actually turns around and like jumps on me or something. I can't remember. Oh, it's right here. But yeah, once you dodge anything like that and you have a sword, all it is barrel rolling and watching where he is above you. And lucky I was enough to get him right here with the, I believe the short sword? Not entirely sure. Do a little jump for joy and hit that bonfire right there. You get a coiled sword. And that's so you'll be able to light the bonfire in the main area, in the Firelink. Yeah, as far as armor sets and everything, I've not been disappointed with this game. A couple of the bosses are a little hard starting out, and I feel that you go from really easy enemies to enemies that are almost impossible to kill. Because on Dark Souls 2, when I used to play, you could take your time leveling up and the enemies wouldn't be a problem. And this one, you almost have to level up everything if you want to keep going, because they get hard pretty quick. Well, I shouldn't say hard, I should say stronger and quicker. But, I mean, as you can see, the sorcerer does a good job, and then I also have the sword, which is, it's not a bad addition. And there's also, not right here, but if you run up the stairs and take a right, there's an NPC with the Uchi Katana, and if you kill him, he's supposed to drop it. Unfortunately, he killed me twice, and then when I did kill him, I knocked him off the ledge, and it did not give me his sword. Which really bums me out, because in Dark Souls 1, that was one of my favorite swords for the longest time. Dark Souls 2, the Uchi Katana kind of let me down. I didn't like it as much. It didn't seem as original as the first one. It seemed like they buffed it. But, so if you run up the stairs right in front of me, it'll take you up to the NPC. I'm not sure which NPC it is because I haven't looked into it. But I was told he should drop the Uchi Katana if you kill him without knocking him down. And as a starting weapon, it does 150, I believe, for base damage. I'm not entirely sure. But for a starting weapon in Dark Souls, that's pretty decent. Now, if you play anything like I do, and you don't worry about leveling up too much, you'll occasionally increase your strength and health. And these starting weapons will be some of the best weapons you'll have. Especially with the class with the axe, the brigade axe, you'll kick some ass with that. But right here, I get my ass handed to him a couple times. That bitch ain't got no chill. Fucking. Yeah, so pretty much these next 2 times of me dying are gonna be trying to. And then, like I said, once I finally beat him, I knock him down. And I unfortunately do not get the Uchi Katana, and I'm not entirely sure if there's a way to get him to respawn. Unless they still have the things you burn in the bonfire to make the area harder. and that way I'd be able to come back and kill him and get it. But like I said, I'm not entirely sure, so that's something I'll have to look into. If I do figure it out, you guys will know when I'm running around with the sword. Yeah, so if anyone's on the fence about buying Dark Souls 3, I would definitely recommend it. And if you're not a Dark Souls fan, or if you want something different but like Dark Souls, I would say go ahead and try Bloodborne. Bloodborne is probably my second favorite game besides Dark Souls 3 from those creators. Bloodborne is just the magic weapons and everything. I kind of wish they did that in Dark Souls 3. I mean, I like the way Dark Souls 3 came out, but there's just small little details that Bloodborne had that I wish they had on this one. But so here he is again. He runs up and kicks my ass once again. And yeah, starting to get a little frustrated in the game. So this next time I come running up, I play a little more defensively, and I'm able to kill him. And I haven't figured out where that gate behind him goes, but there's probably a key somewhere for it, or sold by one of the merchants. Go ahead and kick their asses again. Run back up here. Get these two. Yeah, for starting out mage, I believe that the magic attacks are a decent addition to the class. I never used mage class before, but on Dark Souls 2, whenever I'd have a character, he would always have magic. And that was a strength / magic build. But like I said, on Dark Souls 3, I'm not entirely sure how to level up your magic. I've been trying to figure it out, but it just doesn't make sense to me like Dark Souls did. Dark Souls 2. So, here he is again, and this time I believe I get him. Go and hit him with a soul arrow, bust out the sword, dodge his power attack, and just start fucking him up. And like I said, so unfortunately, I did not get his sword. And it bums me out pretty much. And I apologize for the kind of skips. I messed up on my editing and deleted small parts. And I have no way to get them back other than replaying this level. But it wouldn't be the same as me playing for the first time. So, right now I'm just gonna run through the area and make it to the Firelink Shrine. The rest of that bonfire, and I don't think I level up, but I go ahead and rest, and that's gonna be the end. But if you liked this video, you want to see more videos like this, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, let me know.